In the car I have Monica Frassoni, who is the co-chair of the European Green Party and the founder and president of the European Alliance to Save Energy, which bills itself as a business-led organization.
Yes.
A business-led organization led by a Green Party president?
Well, I don't think that I am leading really on my own. I think that what makes the difference of the energy efficiency community in Brussels over the last years is the fact of combining different interests, let's say, and different approaches to make this energy efficiency agenda go on. Energy efficiency has been a Cinderella for a long time. Basically, everybody said, oh, it's so great to save energy, but really nothing was happening. And I think that what happened over, I would say, beginning 2010-12 is a sort of contemporary simultaneous consciousness that unless you put together progressive business with enlightened associations and NGOs, and also some figures like my own that could be useful to this kind of cause, you probably would not go as fast as needed. And for me, the role of business is absolutely crucial. When I came out from Parliament in 2009, the discovery, in a way, of how helpful the private sector and above all the industrial sector could be has been one of the most exciting discoveries for me as an institutional girl, because I've always been working on strengthening the European Union action, and also as an environmentalist.
So really, we're talking about partnerships.
Yes, it's a partnership which is creating positive synergies and respecting each other's role. But you know, not all business are the same. And I think that is the beauty of the whole work that we are trying to do over the last years. But let's say that the European Alliance to Save Energy, and Danfoss has been one of the founders of this organization and very big and pushing very much for it, is the idea of putting together the front runners. And one of the most difficult things to do is not to go on the minimum common denominator, but to go on a common strategy that is really going forward. And I think that even if we are probably not a huge organization, we are considered to be, although it may sound a bit pretentious, but I will say it anyway because I know it's true, we are rather influential because we put together very important business with a very strong name recognition, and not only in their sector, and also people who are like E3G or European Climate Foundation, who have real contents. Is the strategy of the EU bold and ambitious? Of course, to have a safe and stable framework from the European Union is useful. But we all know that this is too slow, and it is not yet a game changer. And this is a problem for us as an energy efficiency community. So the first reason is certainly the fact that a lot of people are really not convinced. You know,
after all this time?
No, they are not convinced that energy efficiency or even producing more efficient appliances is really useful and is really so quick as people would like to. And it saves you money. Then there is insufficient targets. If the targets of the EU and of the national legislation are too low, then there is no motivation to go forward. The main problem, for example, of energy efficiency is exactly this, that you have to do many things at the same time. Everything is there. Technology is there, business is there, people can be convinced, local authorities are ready to go, finance is there and plenty, but somehow the dots are not connected. And since the dots are not connected, you do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of legislation, a little bit of investment, a little bit of finding new financial ways, a little bit of cities inventing wonderful stuff. But the whole thing is not changing the world. And since we want to change the world, because otherwise the world will collapse, so they are not connecting to each other.
So where is the glue?
The glue is consciousness that this can be done, and a lot of people think that this is
out there among ordinary people, right?
not also decision makers. So I think that it is not only communication; it's really substance. That's why the role of progressive business is so important, because they can show that it can be done, that it is affordable, it is clean, and it is also good for money.
What's your climate message to the world?
My climate message is: it is possible to change the world positively, and this will be not as painful as we all think. And I believe that unless we don't put into the mind of people that the dealing with climate change and managing it, stopping it, is a positive agenda, it will be very difficult to get there. So my message is: we can do it, and it can be very positive for all.
Monica Frassoni, it's been a real pleasure.
Grazie, ciao.
Thank you very much.